The first piece of interesting news, well, probably the most interesting news I got from you. This one is a YouTube short of all places. I didn't know but apparently the Nintendo Switch 2, the name of the console has leaked. Now take this with a grain of salt, but this screenshot does look kind of real. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I hope it's not, because I don't like the name. Let me show you the video I found that hit my algorithm today.
Leaked, and it proves I was right about everything. Now, has it leaked for sure? Well, it's either yes or someone on YouTube is getting fired, because what in the world is this? It seems that someone has put out a YouTube survey with a Nintendo.
So a YouTube survey is going around, and it looks like it accidentally leaked the name of the new Switch. And if you can see it right there, it's supposed to be called the Switch Attach. I'm really hoping that this is a Photoshop and this is not real, because we might, ladies and gentlemen, we might have another Wii U situation on our hands. This just reeks of Wii U. SA for short. That's terrible. SA for short. This reeks of the Wii U. Like, instead of just calling it the Switch 2, you want to call it the Switch Attach. If you thought the Wii U confused soccer moms when they went to GameStop, because that was like, for those unaware, that was the reason that the Wii U didn't really sell well. A lot of people thought it was just like an add-on for the Wii because they did really poor marketing on it. They thought the gamepad was just an add-on for the Wii, and they were like, oh, I don't need this as an accessory. They didn't realize it was a new console. So they should have called it the Wii 2 instead. If this is real and they call it the Switch Attach, people are going to think it's some type of attachment for the Nintendo Switch. Keep in mind, people are stupid. People are stupid. I got an SA. Yeah, nah. Yeah, that sound. And then, yeah, SA, sexual assault. That's a horrible. The Switch Attach, that's a horrible acronym. Like, nah, bruh. Let me let the video play though.
Console called the Switch Attach, and I am ecstatic. Not
Why?
because of the name, because the name isn't really all that. This could be another potential Wii U situation, but I am excited because it might be a potential Wii U situation again. Remember the video where I talked about the perfect Switch 2 concept? Yes, you do. Quick recap, I talked about how you'd have two screens that would be
This editing is all over the place. Like, this editing is an example of like what's wrong with today's society. Just got to put a bunch of loud noises and explosions and shit all over the screen because people's brains are so fried. To me, it makes it hard to watch this shit. Like, I just want the information.
Because yet again, the children yearn for the Wii U. It sounds like that might just be the process here. And I yearn for you all to watch my full predictions video, because yet again, I am right. The Switch 2 name.
The editing is all 5 seconds of a headache. It's crazy. Yeah, so that's the rumor that it's supposed to be called the Switch Attach. I'm gonna actually save that one. I don't have anything crazy in that other than I hope this is take it with a grain of salt. None of this confirmed. It could be a Photoshop. I hope this is not true. I hope it's called something else. Let's see, podcast notes. Let's see, Switch. Did you see the news about Microsoft wanting to stay away from curvy female bodies in their games? I think that mandate is hilarious. Yeah, I seen it. They were talking about Stellar Blade. They were saying that they don't want. They were encouraging game developers not to make sexy women for their games or whatever. Like, I had some takes about that, but then, like, I don't know. I'm not really trying to. Not in the mood, like, piss off a certain side of the internet. I don't know. I don't like that take. Do I think there should be balance? Sure, because I think a lot of times game devs, they create the characters, the women that they can't get. But then on the flip side, I'm just like, I don't know. Is body representation? Because remember, body positivity is body positivity only for like fat people, like, or we can't have attractive women now. Like, it's getting, I don't know, society to me is getting really weird, and I'm gonna leave it at that. It's getting really weird. It's getting really weird to me. Seems like body positivity is only for certain groups of people. It's not positive when she's curvy and attractive. Please tell me you heard the Key West bridge that collapsed this morning. And, well, it wasn't a collapse. A fucking boat hit it. Yeah.
Subs. With this money, I can afford some throat from my favorite streetwalker on Pumpkin Hill.
Yeah, shout out to True with the 5. Get the subs going crazy. Yeah, I saw that. RIP to the people, because I think they said it was a mass homicide. I don't know if y'all saw it. Would be warned if you look it up. You know, I make a lot of jokes over here, but I'm not going to joke about that. That's not funny. a big ass boat hit one of the bridges in Baltimore, and the whole bridge collapsed. And apparently there was like workers on the bridge and shit. There's videos of it on Twitter. That shit is kind of hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie. That shit is sad. Yeah, how long are your scripts? Mine are 2 to 3 pages. On average, mine are 5 to 6 pages. But that usually gets me like 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how fast I talk. And how many cuts I put inside, like jokes and shit. Baltimore port's gonna be shut down for a while. Yeah, jokes aside too, with that shit happening, like it seems like that city can't catch a break. Especially because the port is very important to Baltimore. That economy is already struggling, and now you get that bridge collapse. Like, that and the Diddy raid. Freaking ain't nobody worried about the Diddy raid. Yo, shout out to J Talk with the sub. Appreciate it. Nah, I ain't watched the Freaknik joint. What was I about to say? Where we going? Okay, we got the Switch shit. Other piece of news. Okay, so stand by for this tomorrow. This is kind of just a heads up, which by the time YouTube sees this, it will be tomorrow. So I don't want to hear it in the comment section of YouTube. They already revealed you niggas are behind because you refuse to come over to the stream. There's a report going around from several major publications. I dropped some shorts in the folder. Bet. I'll check them out later. There's a report going around that there's a new Marvel 6v6 Overwatch style hero shooter coming. While the hero shooter may be on a somewhat shaky ground in terms of new entries these days, what if the heroes were really, really well known? That appears to be the idea behind a reportedly in-developed Marvel game that will allegedly be a 6v6 Overwatch style hero shooter in third person, not first person. I've seen a few different bits sourcing it now. The latest from Streamer, and yes, I'm convinced this game is likely real. It's from NetEase. So expect microtransactions, ladies and gentlemen. Microtransactions out the woo-wah. I believe they're either a Korean or a Chinese company. All I know is any game that's published in this it's most likely going to be free to play, and it's going to have a shit ton of microtransactions, which has contracted to develop Marvel games, but this is supposed to be a larger AAA scale than the past mobile entries, Marvel Super War, and Marvel Duel. One report says it'll be on PC, another says console and mobile as well. If it's on mobile as well as PC and console, it's not going to push visuals very far because it has to run on mobile. Known Avengers and Suicide Squad leaker Miller also confirmed the existence of the game, which is supposed to be stylized in the vein of Valorant more than Overwatch designs. Miller says he likes the Storm design, seemingly confirming that the character. An additional streamer article says that Magneto is another character and he will be voiced by James Arnold Taylor, Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars animated series. Reportedly, Magneto will have environmental destructive powers. This is like, when I first heard this, right, it made sense like Iron Man. I could see a hero shooter where like Iron Man is like your damage, your DSP. You could have Hulk as like a although Hulk could be damaged, but they like, if we had to give him a slot, make Hulk a tank. Like, I can see certain characters making it work. But then you have a character like Magneto. Like, what is he a damage too? Is there gonna be metal everywhere? Yellow flag until gameplay. Yeah, we gotta see some gameplay. The details remain a bit murky with few conflicting reports, but the top line, a competitive Marvel hero shooter, is enough to go off of. Though I'd imagine more than a few players will be skeptical of NetEase's involvement here. My point. As the company is widely known for microtransactions heavy in mobile games. I know my shit, y'all. And hero shooters from Overwatch to Valorant, Apex Legends are obviously laden with microtransactions at baseline. The Marvel game will have skins at the very least, to be sure. They better not put the Punisher in this game. Punisher shooting at the Hulk with his guns and shit. So who is on the list? Here's the rundown, which is obviously subject to change, and it's not clear how many the game will launch with and which ones will be added later. As you can see, we are spanning both the Avengers and X-Men at the very least. So in the game, expect to see Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Iron Man, Luna Snow. Who the fuck is that? Luna Snow, nigga. Who? Is this a new character? I'm gonna guess based by the name that's an X-Men. Is this like a new X-Men or something? Luna Snow is a K-pop X-Men. Get this shit the fuck out of here. Punisher. So I said, there better not be Punisher. Punisher's on the list of rumored characters. Don't worry, it won't be the real Punisher. They'll probably water him down, some Disney version. Rocket, which I'm gonna assume that's short for Rocket Raccoon. Groot, Loki, Spider-Man, Hulk, Magic. Who the fuck is Magic? Magic is a character appearing in American comic books published. She's an X-Men as well. Okay. Why they got all these B tier ass? Hey, listen, man. I can see people getting pissed off rip. If you're gonna put X-Men in the game, why are you putting these B tier ass X-Men in the fucking game? Magic and fucking Luna Snow. Put the Phoenix in that bitch. Put Wolverine. I mean, we got Magneto, but who the fuck is Magic? Magneto, Mantis. That's the girl from Guardians of the Galaxy, right? With the one that can like do the mind control shit. Yeah, they got Penis Parker. Why is she in the game? Why? Who? Storm. Penny Parker. Who the fuck is Penny Parker? Is like a child of Peter? Penis Parker. Who's Peter Parker? Penny Parker is a superhero. Critter. She's an alternate version of Spider-Man. Oh my fucking God. This game's gonna have multiple Gokus. So we got Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2. Black Panther, Star-Lord, Namor, Thor. This list is okay. The only people I would remove is, I don't care about no Luna Snow. I'm not gonna lie, I don't care about Groot. Loki kind of makes sense. You need an illusionist, like a trickster character. Magic can go, Mantis can go, Penny Parker can go. Like some of these people are very questionable. Thor, Namor, Star-Lord, he can go too. Fuck this nigga, bro. Needs Gambit. There's some good characters on here, but then there's some weird character choices too. A few interesting inclusions, and there would be, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, I just talking about the character list. She's nothing like Peter. It's a whole mech suit. Think if Spider-Man was Diva. Let me see. Penny Parker. Yeah, you got X-Men. Oh, it's the girl from the Spider-Man movie. Okay, I didn't know what her name was. Oh, I guess then, yeah, she'd probably be a tank. I guess that makes sense. That's crazy. They put Penny Parker in here before Miles. That's crazy. Yeah, the chick from the Spider-Verse. So yeah, keep an eye on this. The report is it's supposed to be shown off tomorrow. This article came out today, the 26th. So we'll see the 27th if a trailer drops or if there's some type of proper announcement with an article or something. I'm very curious to see how this turns out. Because I mean, it would be nice to have a new multiplayer game to play. It's just NetEase. I don't know, man. I don't see this game succeeding, but I hope I'm wrong. I feel like the market's open for a new multiplayer game. I don't feel like there's a single multiplayer game right now that's like dominating. There are games out there that are multiplayer and they have like their own little segmented communities. Like you have the Valorant players, you have the Warzone players, you have the Apex players, but none of these games are really dominating. I don't really feel like anybody's truly addicted to these games, if that makes sense. Is this gonna be free to play? I'm gonna take an educated guess and say yes because it's NetEase, which also means microtransactions, but who knows? None of this is confirmed anyway. Remedy. They detail Control live service multiplayer game spinoff. More live service? Alan Wake developer has shared more details on its upcoming live service multiplayer game known as Condor. As shared in the company's annual report, the Control spinoff has an initial development budget of $25 million and is being built on Remedy's own engine, Northlight. The game entered production readiness at the end of last year and will release across PC, PS5, and Xbox Series, although the developer has not said what we can expect to arrive. As for what it is, here's what Remedy has to say about Condor. After the Hiss invasion, the oldest house is under lockdown. A boiling pot of volatile and dangerous supernatural forces, trapped within the last vestige of the Federal Bureau of Control, who will need to take a stand and push back to regain control. Desperate times require desperate measures, and everyone's needed. Sounds kind of meh. Might catch a 600 for this, but Overwatch can still be fun. It has its moments. You're one of those people that's excited that you're getting fucked over. You're one of those people that's excited that they were charging for the heroes and now they're making them free and not reimbursing. You can like the game, you know. Remedy said its Control franchise, which acquired the rights to publish 505 games earlier this year, is it banned? No, you're not gonna ban them. Is larger than the one story or one character. Therefore, it will invite players to participate in a collective journey in the depths of the oldest house on Condor's release. Within Within, they'll face overwhelming enemies and obstacles, but by relying on their gear and each other, they will have a chance for survival. This is a PvE game. Remedy also confirmed Condor won't be a free-to-play title. Rather, it'll be a service-based fixed price. These are premium games that may have a lower initial price point, but a long tail of revenue through updates, game expansions, and potentially microtransactions. The studio explained, for these games, a key differentiator is post-live operations phase meant to keep players engaged for years. On the good side, like on the best case scenario, this could be another type, this could be another Helldivers 2 type situation because Remedy is a good developer. Worst case scenario, we got another, because I'm not gonna lie, it sounds a little bit like this. What was that game? What was that shitty Rainbow Six game? Rainbow Six. Was it Extraction? Yeah, like I'm kind of getting Rainbow Six Extraction vibes. Like, I don't know. Didn't know if you talked about it, but the Judas gameplay looked interesting. I haven't. If it's in my sub box, I'll pull it up. I haven't looked at it. I think Ethos posted it, but I didn't look at it. Condor. Also, another kind of like yellow flag is Remedy is known for really well thought out, like story driven narrative games. This will be their first like multiplayer game. So like I'm not gonna get super excited. They are a good developer, but they don't have a background in multiplayer games. We'll see. Gotta see a trailer for this. Phil Spencer discusses potential Xbox handheld plans. Xbox gaming boss Phil Spencer has discussed the idea of a Microsoft handheld gaming device and how Xbox should play on third-party handheld hardware. Spencer, a keen handheld PC enthusiast, told Polygon that Microsoft was discussing different hardware form factors and things that they could do to grow the Xbox audience further. What should we build that will find new players, Spencer mused, that will allow people to play at times when they couldn't on the go in the past? And the nearer term, Spencer said he was keen to improve the Xbox experience on existing PC hardware, such as the Steam Deck, Lenovo Legion Go, and the Asus ROG Ally, and has a list of new features in mind. I like the fact that Valve, Lenovo, and Asus went out and innovated in a new form factor. My beat, I feel like it was a little too loud. Spencer continued, and I will say when I'm playing on those devices, you play on all of them, nigga? Hey, cut the fucking cap, nigga. The fuck? This nigga got a Valve. He got a Steam Deck in one hand, the Lenovo in another, and then he got the Asus ROG on his fucking forehead. He said, and when I'm playing all those devices, it almost feels like a console than a PC 9 times out of 10. The things that usually frustrate me are more Windows-based than device-based, which is the area where I have some ownership of. I want to be able to log in with the controller. I've got my list of things we should do. This is interesting. Yeah, man's got, this nigga's the General Grievous of gaming, bro. I haven't heard anything bad about the Legion Go or any of those handheld things. Am I gonna play the South Park game? No, I'm not in the mood to play a 3 out of 10. Ronan got that one. I feel like this feeds even more into the rumors that Xbox is working on a handheld. For him to even kind of not tease, but kind of like tongue-in-cheek talk about it, I wouldn't be surprised. I can 100% Xbox going handheld. They fell too far back from Sony. My thing is, if they go full-blown handheld, I hope they do something different than the Steam Deck. They got to bring something new to the market. Or maybe what they could do is like, for every the way they get people to buy the handheld, for every new purchase of the Xbox handheld, you get 6 months to like a year free of Game Pass. Like it just comes bundled. That's how they get people into the ecosystem or some shit like that. And like the bundle would cost like maybe $35 more. Well, no, because it's like $120 a year for Game Pass.
TBH, wake up! Someone just spent $5
so
on
maybe
black ass.
Who just donated 5? Shout out to whoever just donated 5. Shout out to Vera with the sub. Maybe cut it in half to 60. So add an extra $60 onto the price of the Xbox handheld and then bundle it with a year of Game Pass. I can see that selling really well. This will be interesting though. We're gonna keep an eye on this. We keep seeing conversations about this stuff, and now I'm getting kind of I want to see it happen. In an update in regards to yesterday when we talked about microtransactions and how motherfuckers cap. If you missed it yesterday, we watched the video. I think it was from CNSBC, CNS, whatever one of them damn news outlets is. They're reporting that 75% of EA's profits is microtransactions. To further collaborate that story, Xbox's Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, which launched like last week, is bringing in lots of money. They could have a thing where you play games on it and other more heavy games. It goes on the cloud for the performance. True. According to AppMagic data tracked from after the game's launch on March 22nd through March 25th, this week meaning, if you count early time zone releases and day one revenue, the outlet claims you can bump that number up to roughly 1.6 million so far. It's making money, it's making. And they've made almost $2 million in less than like 2 days off microtransactions. Keep in mind, this is not a new game. It's just Warzone on your phone with worse graphics. But y'all don't buy microtransactions. Okay, buddy. We just read that one. Who's ready for some more Asphalt, you know? I don't know why I say this article. Asphalt Legends Unite. Coming to PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PC, iOS, Android, Ouya, Sega Genesis, Mac, ColecoVision, Arcade. I feel like when you put your game on every fucking platform and it still fails, it makes it even funnier, bro. Key new features. They have Linux, Ubuntu, Stadia, take on the world. Gear up and dive into the international arena of Asphalt Legends Unite online multiplayer challenge up to 7 opponents from around the world. Join the Global Racing Legends. That's the same fucking feature. Pick your ride and dominate the competition. So there are no new features in this game. Feel the rush of absolute control. Arcade racing at its finest. Kickstart your racing. There's no new features in this game. These niggas said, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They use 7 bullet points to describe a racing game with online. Boo. Is there a trailer for this shit? Who's ready for that Asphalt, baby? I hate the fact this game exists. Somebody playing it. What up, app? It's back. Mobile game with console level graphics. King of the Hill. Like this FIFA ass music. Lambos? Holy smokes, the Platinum League? Where's the gameplay at? Keep in mind, Gameloft is a spinoff of Ubisoft. That's why their games fucking suck. They ain't shit an ounce of gameplay. It's a racing game. Jesus Christ. At least they didn't use hip-hop music. It was like a mix of hip-hop and EDM. Big PS5 update lets Sony users use their gameplay clips to help others. Anybody stuck on a game? A future PS5 update has been revealed in which Game Help section of the system's interface will be significantly expanded upon. The new community Game Help is exactly what it sounds like. Players will be able to reference gameplay clips from others when they're stuck on a certain in-game objectives, challenges, or trophies. Current select titles on PS5 offer developer-created hints, which can be viewed by bringing up card interfaces. It's unclear how popular this help system actually is, but we do know that a lot of games don't support it and that you need to be a PS5 Plus subscriber to see it. What the fuck? You guys ready to be, you guys excited to have Google on your console so you can cheat in the game? It's still just YouTube. Yeah, I feel like YouTube is just easier. Especially if you have a second monitor, just pull YouTube up on the second monitor, then you can reference it versus, you know, hitting the middle button on your controller, shifting through the menus and watching it. I'm not paying to watch a tutorial. Yeah, we good off that. My friend turned into a casual gamer and bought Modern Warfare 3. I'm completely in disappointment of him. I mean, you know, it's his money. Just goes to show you, you know, people gonna buy what they want. Sony could be working on a holographic display for its PlayStation consoles. What does this mean? According to the Sony patent, the company is currently working on a holographic interface which could be implemented with the PlayStation console that would allow users to experience 3D gaming, avatar companions, and unique interactions with game characters. The patent shows a screen display that can be utilized in a variety of ways, including 3D interaction, physical touch, and hand gestures. Users would be able to experience the holographic projections featuring avatars with these characters able to react to facial recognition and movement inputs. This would allow users to interact with the avatars in both a 2D and 3D space, with the characters able to notify the user of the time, incoming calls, and gaming updates. While this unique holographic interface and the multitude of other Sony software development patents may be exciting, there's no guarantee that the system will offer any of this produced. Yeah, keep in mind, this is just a patent. This is an idea that they had. People patent stuff all the time. It doesn't mean that you're going to create it. It's more so that nobody else can. If it's not a guarantee, this will be something in the PlayStation 6 or the PS5 Pro. But if it is, that means there's a probability you too could get a Tupac concert from the comfort of your home. Does anybody want an Ice Spice concert from the comfort of their home? Little Ice Spice hologram twerking? Little FaceTime hologram? I'm gonna save this for shits and giggles. You said yes, actually. I could use a little Ice Spice PlayStation hologram. Said I wouldn't mind that. We know you wouldn't mind it, Dust. That was interesting, but take that with a grain of salt because it's just a patent. You thought I was feeling you? Let's see if we can find. What was the name of that game? I think Judas. You think you said it was? Is it Judas? What is this? Ronin. Oh my god.
Nearly 4,000 miles on roads less traveled to a place we've never heard of in service of a shadowy employer. Trip.
Let's not give.
Yep, you're banned from posting links. Yep, we don't need a Full Sail adventure. You're banned from posting links, Ronan. No more links, okay? We're good off that. We're good off that. Laugh my ass off. There's no reason for DDG to be on Vlad. I didn't even notice that. Why are you hating on my man came up, bruh? Hey, to some degree, I do feel like it's kind of cool for y'all niggas to just hate on this. I don't know what y'all beef is with this nigga. I don't know a lot about him. I've only listened to his album and it wasn't very good. But I mean, my man knocked up Haley Bailey, right? Little Mermaid. I say he went in, bro. Y'all gotta start hating. Also, Jeff Keighley did confirm they're supposed to be revealing a Marvel game tomorrow. Also, it is real. Bet. Where's this Judas DC Universe Online PS5 launch trailer? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? All right, let me look it up. Let's see. Judas, because I don't see it. I don't see it. Judas, is this it? Judas, Jeff plays Judas. Is this it right here?
Sweetie, your poor hand.
That's on IGN's YouTube. IGN. You skipped it? I scrolled past it? Really? Judas, there's the Judas interview. That's not gameplay though. Search Judas IGN. Oh, boy. Couldn't have been that hype because it's kind of difficult to find this fucking trailer y'all are talking about. This is the only one that comes up. This has got to be it. This is an hour-long interview. I'm not watching this. Let's
It doesn't have to be like this. You
Why's she
have this
looking like
way
that?
about you. It triggers people. I don't know how to help you anymore.
Nah, people was telling me some gameplay dropped or
Keep
something.
the cycle, and there's an easy way out.
What if your favorite single-player game could be infinitely replayable with story and even...
I hope this comes true for the sake of the developers, because I'm telling you right now, niggas who make videos like Kroby Cat, those kind of compilation videos, clowning games. If this game comes out and doesn't have infinite possibilities, they're gonna use this clip. Remember when that article came out and I predicted that quadruple A game will become a meme? This will be a meme. You cannot say shit like this. Setting the bar real high.
Feel alive and active. Well, that's the concept that BioShock creator Ken Levine has been prototyping for the past decade at Ghost Story Games, and it has manifested itself in Judas. I just got back from Boston, where Ken is based. I got to play 5 hours of the game along with some other folks.
Visually, the game looks really good. It looks really good.
And I'm really, really excited to sort of talk a bit about it, because when we first revealed this game at the Game Awards in 2022, it was a great trailer, and everyone said, of course, oh, it looks like BioShock in space, which is not necessarily a bad.
Which is another red flag, too. First of all, he starts off by overpromising, then two, keep in mind, this game debuted at the Game Awards. He's the owner of the Game Awards. So this is not unbiased journalism we're getting right now. This is somebody in bed with this company. So we got to take everything Mr. Jeff, the Mountain. Keep in mind, also, he has a history of Mountain Dew and Doritos. We got to take what he says with a grain of salt. I'm not trusting him completely.
Bad thing. I think I speak for a lot of people when I say I've really missed the BioShock franchise. The first game and Infinite are some of my favorite games of the past 2 decades. And all the things that you would expect in a BioShock game are there. They're hand powers, there's hacking, there's incredible cinematic moments, great characters, rich storyline, but there's something more going on behind the scenes, and this is something that is really hard to describe or showcase in a trailer. So I think Ken wanted a bunch of us to come in and sort of play the game to see how this idea of narrative.
What's up with game developers ending a franchise and then starting a new studio to create like a spiritual successor of a franchise that died, like Mighty Number 9? Like that's like I get they worked on BioShock, but remember Mighty Number 9? Or what's that joint? What's the recent one? The Dead Space joint. That shit was ass. What was that fucking game called? Callisto Protocol. Yeah, it's like a new trend. Like these studios fucking coming out with games they already made.
Sort of versatility comes to
this game's woke. There's blacks.
Game. Now the game is not done by any means, and we only got to play sort of the first 4 or 5 hours of it. But it was really, really cool to see what Ken is doing in this
Back
game.
for Blood 2.
I don't want to spoil a lot about the plot of the game, and I will also say that Ryan McCaffrey and IGN did a great interview with Ken. I sat in for that, and the Friends Per Second podcast with Skill Up, Lucy James, and Jake Baldino also chatted with Ken. So there's a lot of.
Know who else used to be on that podcast? It's not there anymore. It's busy scamming.
More information coming out about kind of the game and the storyline, but I wanted to sort of describe what is so cool about this concept. And for that, table stakes is that you play Judas, this character on this floating space city called the Mayflower. And as you venture through this spaceship, there are sort of 3 characters that you're going to meet and vie for your affections in many ways.
Said this on 1.5.
Played by
we got to do the one. I mean, it's only 9 minutes. I can listen to
Troy
it.
Baker. He's the sheriff character.
More than a lot of news today.
I heard Nefertiti and Hope.
Also, I don't. Despite me not completely trusting him, I do think visually this game looks really It looks really good. I like the art style of the game.
There, they can't offer you what I can. Community, fellowship, a chance to lead.
What game is this? It's called Judas.
Your mission has failed, Tom.
They got Wakanda shorties in this?
Flesh was not meant to survive on Proxima.
Now there's
I watch all my videos at 1.5 now. Yeah.
Don't you ever call me that again.
And Hope.
I was so certain I was helping.
They got the Little Mermaid in this.
Their lives. Fucking moron. Everything I thought was true was just... Honestly, now the only thing I'm looking forward to is nothingness. And when you bring me there, when I see it swimming out to me, I'll let it take me. It's the only way out. Please do this.
Dumb question, but is this an exclusive? I don't know what this is, to be honest. I don't know if this. I've never heard this an exclusive. I honestly forgot about this game until they showed the gameplay today.
Judas, help me.
I couldn't answer that one.
And again,
This
they all
looks
have
fun, but I have no expectation for the whole infinite story shit. Just make a good story. Yeah, I think the red flag with the infinite story thing, it's easy to get excited about. Oh, infinite possibilities. The way my brain goes to it is there's a lack of cohesion. Then there's a lack of direction. Okay, there's an infinite story. There's an infinite endings, but how many of them are actually good? You see what I'm saying? I'll take 1 or 2 good endings over a million different bad ones. There were a million planets at launch for fucking No Man's Sky. We saw how that turned out. Took them 5 years to fix that shit.
All the characters have a relationship with Judas, your character. Again, don't want to spoil anything, but these characters effectively are sort of 3 factions on the ship, and they project themselves into your environment.
So No Man's Sky is lit as fuck right now, though. Yeah, I said it took them 5 years to fix it. I'm not playing it. Most people will never play No Man's Sky. The people that it has like a hardcore audience, like a core audience, but most people are not going to play the game. You have to understand that like there's more competition than ever, so you have to get it right the first time. At this point, I no longer care about No Man's Sky. It does nothing for me. Should have got it right the first time.
And the concept here is that these characters, their narratives are all running sort of in real time at the same time.
Agreed. Barely even give Cyberpunk a second chance. See
what you're doing as a player. So there's a non-linear mission structure to this game.
Appreciate the follow, you disgusting black creature.
There's also a roguelike element to the game. You've probably seen some of the footage of Judas.
Roguelite.
Again, I don't want to give too much away about that.
Your soul has had critical sectors removed. You may be experiencing severe loss of memory.
But the real cool concept here is that these 3 characters, their storylines are alive, and kind of like the Nemesis system in Shadow of Mordor, if you remember that from, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, these characters remember and react to what you're doing as a player. So, for example, as you're playing through this game, you'll have different missions that each character will kind of take you on or ask you to go on. And sometimes if you decide to go on missions with one character, another character will react to that. And you kind of it's sort of trying to keep an equilibrium between a bunch of the characters, but then ultimately you'll probably go in one direction with one character. And they all have sort of different missions or moments. So I had a few moments playing this game where, for instance, Tom was upset that I was spending too much
wrong,
time
no active
for TD, and he would project himself into my environment, talk a little smack about her. He would try and bribe me with an offer of a weapon, but I'd have to go over and do a mission with him. You go do a mission with him, and then
Jeff's got a crazy good
TD
camera.
show up and
Jeff
you'll
got money.
say something, or even sabotage
Hall of Fame
the
yapper.
health station that I really needed in that level.
I feel like they're over-explaining the concept. Yeah, I feel like they're over-explaining the concept. It looked like he's about to sneeze. They're over-explaining the concept. I'm waiting for the part where he explains why I'm supposed to be excited. Like, did you have fun? That's the part I'm trying to figure out. I understand, like, he's trying to make the tech seem cool, like the infinite possibilities. But did you have fun? Because this doesn't really sound fun to me. That's all I care about. Something can be simple and fun. I don't care how complex it is. Is it fun? He does look mid-sneeze. It's like when he explains Kojima stuff. Yeah, it's like hella pretentious. Like motherfuckers just want to play games.
Are interacting with each other and with you in this really interesting sort of matchmaking between all these different sort of narrative variables that can happen in the game. Ken has done some amazing games in his career, and
have I played Inscription?
Bioshock
Nah, I don't even know what that is.
narratives that the ending changed based on if you harvested the little sisters or not. But this is not just a straight sort of choose your own adventure game. The narrative is much more modular, and the idea is that I think if I play the game and someone else,
He's talking a lot while saying very little. Yeah, we
experience.
call that word salad.
I play the game multiple times, as I was talking about at the beginning. The experience hopefully would feel fresh and unique, and not just sort of a linear or node-based sort of pathing through the plot. I will also say this is not like a generative AI thing where, the character dialogue is...
It's like all this cool tech, the game looks gorgeous, and the whole idea of infinite whatever. I guess what concerns me is at the end of the day, what I still see is just kind of a generic first-person shooter, which goes back to my point of what part of this is supposed to be fun. All I see is basic shooting. With a cartoony art style.
It's all handcrafted, and that's what's so cool about this game is it's got everything we love about a BioShock game, but as it plays out, every player, I think, will have a different experience. Of course, this really, really can only be judged when the game is finished, because we want to see sort of how much narrative variability there is at the end between, different playthroughs of it. But it's a really cool concept, and I'm a big fan of single-player games. I'm very excited by Ken and the team trying to push the medium forward. I would encourage you to check out those interviews with Ken to have him kind of explain.
He doesn't even sound excited. To be fair, this is how Jeff always talks.
But I wanted to record this video, something I don't normally do, because I think this is a game that you have to hear about and ultimately experience to really understand what Ken and the team are doing. But it is definitely something I'm...
Nigga, what? He said, I don't want to say too much because ultimately this is a game you have to hear about. Yeah, we hearing it from you, nigga. The fuck are you talking about? Did you hear it? That doesn't even make no sense. Like, am I an asshole? Are you just... No, this is a Hall of Fame yapper right here, boy.
Experience to really understand what Ken and the team are
doing. Oh, shit.
I think this is a game that you have to hear about and ultimately experience to really understand what Ken and the team are doing.
He did also say you have to experience yourself, but the opening sentence was you have to hear. We're hearing it from you. So what do you like about the game? What I say earlier, I don't trust him, man.
Very highly.
He's in bed with the studio. I don't completely trust what he's saying.
To go into a game studio,
Hall of Fame yapper,
play a game with some other people, which is something that we actually rarely get to do anymore post-COVID. And with
I want to hear more about the powers. Which is like more of what I was saying. Though, yeah, we want to hear about the skill tree. Like what part of the game is fun? It's all pretentious.
So anyways, Judas, I was honored that we got to reveal to the world a couple years ago at TGA, and it was really fun to play. So check out those interviews with Ken, and that's the Judas scoop from me.
Stop squirming, fucking traitor.
Hold her. I told Humpty from the start that you were a rat. But he was so good and trusting.
Excuse me.
It was my job to protect him.
Without any context, I have no clue what's going on.
You cheated, didn't you? Going to Tom like that?
This art style is sick. It does look nice.
Are you? No. You're the fucking devil.
Ooh.
But I will honor his memory by making you pay for it.
I don't think he said one actual compliment about the whole game. He didn't.
J stands for...
What's the consensus on this? Would you kindly release this before I'm dead? The whole reason Jeff made the Game Awards is so that he could play games in advance instead of waiting for the release date like us plebs. We now have a true trilogy: Water, Sky, Space, Stream. This is straight up a BioShock game. I'm sorry, is this a game or a TV show? Yeah, that's what I'm trying. A game. We'll keep our eye on it. Like visually, it looks nice, but I'm still not sold on why I should be excited about it in terms of the game. Let's hop into the sub box. I don't know what I looked at. I'm gonna be honest. We got to hear about it, guys. He said this is not Apex. Well, I got to play Dragon's Dogma and Rise of Ronin. We don't play Brokey games anymore. Broke to play. Let's see what else. But first, we got to finish getting through this news. What's in the sub box? Dev Hell official demo trailer. What the fuck? What the fuck happened to BioShock? Did Infinite flop and that kill it? I thought Infinite was just the last one. Apparently, DC Universe Online is coming to PS5. Enshrouded, Tales of Tro. People are still playing that shit. Topspin 25 official gameplay showcase. God damn, Serena looking hella thick in that thumbnail. God damn. JD playing Tekken. Fallout 76 update, Warzone update, Fortnite update. Don't care. Oh, Flintlock gameplay. Let's look at that. New Bad Boys Ride or Die trailer. Bad Boys. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see the last Bad Boys. Skull and Bones official mid-season 1 trailer. Let's go. Let's see what kind of content they got in that shit. There you go, Bad Boys. Bluey season 3, episode 38. Zoochosis. Mid-season 1, LOL, because it's mid. I see what you did there. Oh, shit. Hell yeah, that Bluey content. This is all from yesterday. Yeah, it's really not nothing going on. I want to look at this Flintlock, because this game looks pretty good. This game's coming to Game Pass. South Park game, man. What a letdown. Was it? That South Park game never looked good. The moment they announced it was a tower defense, I knew that shit was going to flop. Where's Aki at? He's probably asleep. Hey, little boy. Hey. Yeah, he's asleep. I'm sorry. I woke you up. The people wanted to see you. The people wanted to see you. Yeah, he's asleep. I'm sorry. Go sleep. Bye. My bad. You need a hug? You need a hug? Hiya! The people's champ. You're the people's champ. That's what they said. Quit trying to kiss me, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, you can have a kiss. Well, quit trying to kiss me, bro. This is a black household. We've been black. You're a black dog. Okay? Thank you. I still love you. You just can't kiss me in the mouth. That shit is weird.